any of the other motions on the adjournment? You don't have speeches?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. All right. Can I just say, Senator Jillian van Turnhout, you're next. Now, I understand that every effort has been made by both the Cathaoirleach's office and the Leader's office to try and get a minister here. It's somewhat inexplicable that there's not a minister here. I don't know what you wish to do. I'm prepared.
Make a short statement.
I'm prepared in the chair to allow you to make a short statement. I'm also prepared to allow you to move the motion on the adjournment and put your speech on the record if needs be. And we deal with it then if there's not a minister here at that stage, because the minister comes to have a prepared speech.
I don't have any details on it. But if you want to make a short statement, that's entirely up to the chair, of course. But I promise I will bring back the request to the relevant minister.
Okay, yes, well, if Senator Turnhout is prepared to operate on that basis,
I don't want to move actually my adjournment motion, because my adjournment motion is asking a very specific question for very specific details. But I do want to express my disappointment that a minister is not available. I am very cognizant that my question was addressed to the Minister for Children and Youth Affairs, who does not have within her department a Minister of State necessarily, but I do understand that contacts have been made with throughout the Cabinet and the Ministers of State this afternoon, and not a single person could be found to take this question this afternoon. It is on what I believe is an urgent child protection issue. I held off during the referendum debate using any adjournment motions on children's issues. I have asked repeatedly to the Leader that we would have the Minister for Children in the House. I decided to use the opportunity of using one of the few powers we have as a Senator to use the adjournment time to raise what I believe is an urgent and pressing child protection issue. So I just want to express my disappointment that this situation has arisen. I was in the chair only in recent weeks when Senator Riley, for a different minister, that no minister could be found. So, if it's a once-off, I think I accept it. I'm just afraid that a trend may be beginning. So I'd ask the Leader to raise this issue with the government and seek immediate redress so that it doesn't happen again. Obviously, I will be at the hands of the Cathaoirleach for his discretion whether my motion can be brought before that again next week. But I am disappointed.
Okay. Thank you, Senator Turnhout. Can I say that I understand that there are also 3 other senators who are in a similar position as you are in, and I don't know, and I don't want to put the Leader on the spot whether he wishes to respond to Senator Turnhout in relation to the efforts made or not. If you don't,
no, I think it's a matter for the Cathaoirleach's office there to deal with that matter, I think. But I certainly will relay Senator Van Turnhout's concerns to the Minister in question.
Okay. And could I ask as well, perhaps, that the Minister of State would convey back that to our colleagues, all our ministerial colleagues? I think it's absolutely unacceptable. And I understand that there may be good reason for certain ministers not to be available. I fully understand that. And I think Senator Turner has made the point that the Minister for Children doesn't have a Minister for State. But I mean, what happens in all these instances is there's a prepared speech, often read by a minister from another department, which, I've queried myself on occasions. It's not the perfect situation. But I just think that this should be taken up by CPP. I think it's a serious issue. And I think it's not only affects this House, it's actually 29 other ministers ignoring an important institution of state. I think it raises very serious questions, and I think they should be dealt with, and I think a satisfactory answer should be obtained from government, because I think that's where it rests in regard to this. And I'm speaking on behalf of all my colleagues who've probably worked today preparing background research and notes in order to make their contributions here. They're all important topics, and it's simply not good enough in my opinion. And I hope that the Cathaoirleach and CPP and the Leader, whom I know have been doing everything that they possibly can in order to address this. So I hope those comments that I've made will be conveyed by the Clerk back to the Cathaoirleach and to CPP.
Chair,
thank you, Minister.
I'd just apologise.
I'd like to thank you as being the exception which actually came here.
I was just going to say I always do. I'm probably in here more often than anyone else, and I really do try. I have another engagement later on, and I took the 2 questions today that I was asked to take. And but could I just convey on behalf of myself and that our apologies, and I will convey your sentiments to the Minister in question.
Thank you very much.
Two brief points I don't want to labour. One is that on the other side of the coin of up there is less clear. Look, there has been instances also where senators put down a motion and hasn't turned up, which is also should be addressed. Because that's very. I know at least 3 occasions in my time here where senators from different sides of the House, including my own, put down motions, and there was the minister went to the trouble of preparing the stuff, and the senator wasn't here. But can I also say that? Well, that's the other side of the coin, so I suppose we should try and address the CPP. But the other point I'd make is that what's probably most annoying for Sean van Turnhout is that, and I'm concluding this quite briefly, is that if this could have been signalled, say, at 12 o'clock today, for example, if it was I was going down to West Cork, I'd probably be gone home, but if it could be signalled that coming along at the last minute is, I think, a bit unfair. But.
Yeah. Can I just say, I think Senator Donovan has made an exceptionally good point, and I think he'll agree that 2 wrongs don't make a right, but I think the Executive has a particular responsibility to both these Houses, in fact to the Oireachtas generally, and I think that has not been fulfilled this evening, unfortunately. Would the Leader move the adjournment of the House?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock in the morning.
It's already
adjourned for 10 o'clock in the morning. Yeah.